All right, getting orders out this morning. Pretty decent sales day yesterday. All right, 9 orders are gone. Tuesday sales, 9 orders, pretty good. I mean, wasn't anything real big in there. I think the best order in there might have been $50. It was a lot of like $15, $20, $30, $40 things in there, so which that's fine. A lot of bread and butter. Bread and butter got it done today. So yeah, got that stuff away, and I'm gonna do my little stop in the Goodwill. And I wouldn't keep doing it, but every now and then I'll find something that I can make 50, 100 bucks on, and that keeps me going. And it only takes, I literally spend probably about, I don't think I spend more than 10 minutes a day in here. And I kind of enjoy looking around, you know? So it's not, even if I don't buy something, it's still something I kind of enjoy doing. So, but yeah, I'm really picky when I come here now. I'm only looking for not really a home run, but like a really good high profit, will sell immediately kind of item here. So let me go see if I can find some. Okay, another dry run at Goodwill, but that's okay. I've got a tote full of stuff I'm going to be listing today. Okay, so here's the first thing I'm going to be working on. It's this Sears electronic auto race, and I love buying these little vintage toys like this. This is part of a big lot of toys that I bought this past weekend. It's kind of a throw into the deal, actually. I bought like what'd I pay? Paid 110 for everything I bought there, and this is part of it. This is, I would guess it's probably like 70's. I imagine made in Taiwan. I'm not sure. It sure looks 70's to me, but it's nice to have the box. And here's the unit, and I actually tested it a little bit first, and it works. I'll show y'all how it works. There's a little switch here, and just lighting right. It's kind of tricky here. Turn it off, as a matter of fact. So you just turn it on, and then you get like a car, which is this little guy right here, and then you steer with the wheel, and these other cars come towards you. Whenever one of them hits you, it knocks you backwards. And if you make it, see, that guy knocked me back. If you make it all the way to the other side, then your lap counter goes +1. See, I'm on lap 2 now. And then you can also do your throttle control over here. It's kind of hard to, ugh. There, this thing's, and you can like haul butt. So now I'm on lap 3. And when you get right close to the edge, it's hard. But yeah, pretty neat little game. I don't know what it's worth. Y'all can look it up and see. But I've done pretty well on stuff like this, and I have fun with it. Okay, so I just got a notification that Tanya just started this new page, Thrifty Treasures Jewelry Subscription Box, and she knows a lot about vintage jewelry. She does a YouTube show, not sure how often, once a month, once every other week, something like that, with Angie, Treasured Vintage. They do a really cool jewelry show that I listen to while I'm listing, and she just started up this cool Facebook page for her jewelry subscription box. In the subscription box, we'll look at it in a sec. Check out this picture though. I love the colors on that. But if you click on Shop Now on that page, then you could sign up for the subscription box. So I think it's a really cool idea for her to get this page up and running. That is awesome. And she shows on here some sample boxes, the kind of stuff you can expect to get in your subscription box. So that's pretty neat. Necklace, bracelet, earrings, brooch, stuff like that. So man, that's really neat. So go check it out. I'm gonna put a link down below for Tanya's Thrifty Treasures jewelry subscription box. So good job, Tanya. It looks awesome. All right, guys, I'm doing some quick research on that little racing game, and that's the sold. So let me show you the listings. Look, here's one. Somebody asking $89 for it. Here's one at $15. Looking at my competition, that's it. There's only 2, but I wanted to show y'all that's the 2 active, so neither one of them have a box. And I'm looking at completeds here. One sold at auction for $628, so definitely not gonna do an auction. Here's one that sold for $30 in working condition. Here's one that sold for $14 in working condition. So none of those have a box. And the box, I'm gonna charge them for the box. I'm gonna probably go like 60, 70 bucks. And I'll put best offer on it so I can get it sold. But look at this other game. This is a 1976 Mattel Auto Race, which I'm assuming is a similar type game. I want to look at the original listing there. Get a close-up. Oh man, that thing is rotten looking, huh? Gear, look, yeah, that's a very similar game, except instead of a wheel, it has a slider, and it's oriented vertically instead of horizontally, and it's even got 4 gears. It's got all the same controls, so I bet it uses the same little circuit board. Yeah, it's pretty much the same game. And check out the prices they're getting on these, on this one, with the box. All right, $39, $22.50. Look at this, $1.75. I wonder if this one was broken or something. Let's see what it says. Used. When I placed a 9-volt, nothing came on, so it's sold as is with no returns. So, you know, this is the kind of place where I'll bet there's a lot of different items like this that aren't working. These games are so simple, it's probably something like power related. Like maybe one of the leads came off of the 9-volt battery thing. If you're handy at all, you could probably make some money with something like this. Like here's one, looks like it came with the box, 50 bucks. 50, oh wait, that's a Casio game there. Check this one out. Mattel Auto Race Mint in Box. Look, they got $139 free ship. That's amazing. Look, this one got $100. Buy it now for their game. This one $119. They took a best offer. The box is kind of rotten looking. So, man, given how much more they got for having the box here, I'm gonna go 100 or best offer. But yeah, these games, some of these games are really good. I sold a football game, a Coleco football game a while back for, I say a while back, it's been a couple years. I had a Coleco football game in the box, and I think I got like $85 for it, and I paid a couple of bucks at a yard sale. So be on the lookout for these vintage handhelds. Okay, so I got the listing up, and I went a little higher than I expected I was going to go. I went 120, our best offer. Hoping somebody will shoot me 100, and I'll take that. That'd be cool, right? So one thing I wanted to talk about was, we talked about this on This Week in Reselling maybe a couple months ago, but check this out. It always shows like at the bottom, like reasons why you should buy from this seller kind of thing. And one is delivery in 3 days, 30-day returns. And look at this one in red. I like that. Seller usually responds to offers in 1 hour. And look how they not only put it here, but they also put it in red. Like, I noticed that whenever I went to this page just now, I noticed this. So that's telling them, hey, go ahead and make your offer. You'll find out right away. You won't have to wait for a day. So that's pretty groovy. I like that. Okay, so I thought this is pretty funny. I'm listing this Lord of the Rings Monopoly, and they're pretty. The thing I like about Monopolies, they're not that bad to inventory. Like on this one, it has the list in here, but there's only like 6 pieces, these little guys, and you got to have the ring, dice, 16 event cards, 16 people cards, so that's all real easy. And then there's it gives the numbers for the little buildings or whatever. And then whenever I got to the cards, I had to look that up because in the inventory it just says property cards. Well, there's 28 properties in Monopoly. That's all the properties, and then like the utilities or whatever they call them in this one. But I came across something pretty interesting here, and that is 2 of the properties right here were actually like, I don't know if they use tape or if they use like a laminating machine, but they're laminated. And then there are also these 2 cards here that are laminated as well, and look like they kind of got chewed off the edge or something like that. So these are the original cards right here, and then these, if you look real close, you can see that they printed these like on a inkjet printer. These are printed and then laminated. I thought that was pretty cool. Adds a little character. I'll just disclose that in the listing. It won't be a big deal. I guess I'll include the originals too. But I thought that was kind of funny. Alright, this is going to be like the main listing pick right here. And I used to try and make this kind of thing look more sterile by like having white backgrounds and stuff. Man, this is so much easier just plopping it up here. And you're not going to get more money by using white, I don't think, here anyway. And it's only like a $20 plus shipping kind of game. So yeah, this is, I paid $2 for this, so it's not going to be huge, but it's a little bit of profit. Now, if it was incomplete, if you look on eBay, you'll see that people are selling like replacement cards, replacement tokens, replacement ring, replacement these, and they seem to do pretty well. Now, it's a lot of small sales, but I've often wondered, like, how much money could you make if all you did was sell replacement game parts? Because I've sold replacement game parts before, and they don't make huge money, of course, but they sell. The stuff really sells, and you could pick up this kind of stuff like super duper cheap. Like if I bought a lot of board games, if I wanted to buy a lot of board games, I could. I wonder how much somebody could scale something like that up if they were really good at it. Kind of interesting. So let me get this listed. Alright, next game I'm going to be working on. I paid $2 for this also. Same sale I bought that last game from. This is Battleground Crossbows and Catapults, Knights versus Orcs. War chest. This is a starter set. They have like expansion sets too. Shout out to Rod over at Win By Doing, is the name of his YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below to Rod's channel just in case y'all haven't seen it. I know that he bought and sold one of these recently, and he did really well on it. And let's take a look at the comps real quick, and then I'll inventory this thing. All right, I'm over here on the Mac now, and man, this is a popular game. So I just searched Battleground what was the name of it? Crossbows Catapults. Look how much a replacement just the catapult is. It's $24.99, $24.95 free ship. These are all solds. The replacement parts sell really well on here. So if I'm not complete, I'm gonna list replacement parts. I mean, really, the prices they're getting for some of these parts, it looks like maybe you'd do a lot better selling as parts, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's see, here is a starter set that went for $60 free ship. Here's one that it says complete, free ship, went for $80. And there's replacement parts and stuff. This one has an expansion set with it that went for more money. Brand new went for $100. New open box went for $100 plus shipping. Here's one that is just new, went for $110 plus shipping. So that's an expansion pack there. Here we go. Here is a starter set, 80 pieces, so that means it's complete. They got $70 plus shipping. That's what I'm going to be gunning for. If I'm complete, I'm going to be gunning for $70 plus shipping. Look, here's like a starter set and 2 expansion packs. They got $150. So man, what a bolo, huh? This catapult only sold for $7.95 plus shipping. Yeah, okay, let me see what I got. Okay, so I counted them up, and I already knew I had to be missing something because I have these little tokens here, which I think are the things that you shoot. I'm not positive. I have 7 of this, and I only have 6 of these. And then these blue guys I have 9 of, and these green guys I only have 7 of. So I already knew I was missing something. I have 73 out of 80 pieces. I don't have an instruction manual. And I'm going to do something I don't do very often. I'm actually going to create a variation listing just because this stuff is pretty pricey and this game has so many pieces that I'll bet a lot of games are missing their pieces. So I'm going to create a variation listing, and you know, like these pieces here, one photo and I could sell 12 of those. One photo I could sell 12 of these. Same with these guys, same with these signs. So it's not that much work, and I'll make the minimum price anything will cost to be $5 plus shipping, and I'll offer them, like if they buy one piece, then any other pieces will be free shipping on top. So yeah, I'm going to make a variation listing, and I'm going to keep track of this, guys. I'm going to keep a board somewhere in here, and every time I make a sale, I'm going to write it down. I bet I can make $300 off of this. We'll see. It's going to take some time, and it's a little crazy, but it just might work. And it's kind of interesting that I just did a video on lotting stuff up the other day, and now I'm going to be delotting stuff up. Okay, so I took all my pictures. It wasn't really that many. Let me see. Look on the camera and check it out. So many photos it was. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, 20 different pieces that are going to be in this listing. And of course, they're not all going to be priced the same. These guys will be way more expensive than these guys, but the minimum I'll take for any of it is $5. So how much can I make? This is going to be exciting. I'm going to keep a running score sheet somewhere in this shed, and I will check in on it every now and then. This is going to be fun. All right, so I'm going to work on this listing now, and here's all the photos. I imported them into Photos on my Mac, and then I took a picture of the box, and that's going to be like the key photo for the listing. Okay, so let's start this listing up, and I want to show y'all real quick. It depends on what category you're listing in as to whether or not you can do a variation listing. Okay, so well, let me go back. Did that wrong. So if I do a sell one like this on this listing right here, this is in the toys and hobbies, games, board and traditional games, contemporary manufacturer. So it's just for games, and there is no option for variation listing in that category. So let me go back, and we'll do a sell one like this on this other listing for this catapult. And now you see there's a variation button, but the difference is the category is toys and games, game parts, game pieces and parts. So if you don't see the variation option in the category you're in, try another one. I don't know what else to tell you. If you go to the variation listing page on eBay, they have like a list, but it's not comprehensive, and I don't know. You just try a couple of different ones and you'll eventually get it. So we're gonna go ahead and go with this listing. Let me make a title. All right, so here's the title I'm going with: Battleground Crossbows and Catapult Starter Set. Choose your replacement part, all caps. I don't know if you like that or not, but I'm doing it. And let's see. So store categories, we're going to go with, I have one for games set up right here. All right. And then we're going to create variations. All right, so this is all these different character family variations. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add my own attribute. let's see, I'll call it type of part. Okay, and then you can make different options for that type of part. And here's where, like, I have the little guys that are orcs. And then I have knights. Then I have catapult. Well, I have to differentiate. Orc. Catapult. So anyway, I need, long story short, I need to add one of these for each part type that I have. So let me do that and I'll come back. Okay, believe it or not, 5 minutes later, I've actually typed all these in, and there are 20 of these different piece types now. Under the category of type of part, I have all these different types of parts. Orc token, knight sign, orc sign, crossbow line, all that stuff, okay? And so now I hit continue, and it's asking for a default photo, okay? I'm going to add one photo as the default right here, and we're just going to use that box art right there. Okay, that'll upload. And then now, here are the variation combinations, which is 20. Okay, add variation photos. I'm going to use type of part, okay, as the variation photos, not default photo. What you could do is you could use that same default photo for all variations, but we want the picture to change as they select a different variation so they know exactly what it looks like. Okay, so for instance, orcs, you can add up to 12. This is cool because you can add up to 12 photos for each variation type. I'm only doing one. That's all I really need. So for orcs, I'm going to go back to my photos, and this is the orc guy right here. Okay, just a little green guy, and then I'll go down here for knights. And go to photos, and then I'll pick the little blue guy. And then so whenever the customer, you know, changes to that, to orcs or knights, it'll show this image on their screen. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to change the photos for each one of these type of part item specifics, or whatever you call these variations. Okay, so now I have all my photos in here. You can see, like, each one has its own distinct photo. So now if we scroll down here, we have this other part is variation combinations, and like this first one is an orc, and I'll double check, but I think I have 6 of those, so I can put 6 quantity, and I'm going to charge $4.99 a piece for those. All right, and then knights, 5 quantity. I got to double check. I think that's actually wrong, and I'll make that $4.99. The catapults, I have 1 of those. I'm going to make that $9.99 and $9.99 and so on. I'll come back and show y'all when I'm finished with this part. Okay, so now I have put all of my quantities and prices, and my prices range anywhere from $4.99 per piece all the way up to the highest price I have is $14.99 on the fortresses, the 2 biggest pieces. But yeah, 73 pieces total. And yeah, it's a little pricey, but I'm going to give them a break on shipping. So now I'm going to click on Save and Close. All right, we're going to do, well, it was asking for UPC, but now it's not. And look, this is what, number of variations, 20, used. Okay, and now I'm going to type in my condition and description. Okay, so I usually do calculated shipping, but for this listing, I'm going to do flat shipping, and I'm going to do USPS first class package, and combined shipping discounts, I'm going to apply a flat shipping rule that actually offers, this one right here, free shipping for each additional part. So if somebody orders 2 pieces of wall, they only pay shipping on the first piece of wall. And I also turned off the part where they have to pay immediately. I turned that off for this one listing. And I explain in the description, only pay one shipping charge of $3 for the entire order, regardless of how many parts you buy. This only applies to parts added to the same order. So that may encourage them to buy more than one part from me, since the parts are kind of pricey. And yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Let's take a look though. I'm gonna list. Let's see how it actually functions once I get this listing live. Let's make sure it's working right. What's the customer gonna see? So they see this as the main image. That's fine. And then when they hit the drop down, type of part has all these different parts. Orc wall, for instance, and it brings up the picture of the orc wall, and it brings up the price, and it brings up the amount available. So that's good. And then like Knight Fortress, 1 available for $14.99, $3 shipping. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make up a board. I'll have a scoreboard made up, and I'm going to, every time I make a sale, I'm going to write it down, and I think I can get to $300 off of this $2 investment. I have about, you know, it's always about time, right? I think I have about an hour of time into this. I think probably an hour of time so far. And then, of course, you have to account for every time you sell something, you got to pack it up again. So you have to, but it's really going to be like dropping it into an envelope, and that's it. For the most part, except for a couple of pieces, I might have to use a little box. But for the most part, it's going to be envelope type stuff. So, but you still have to account for it. With 73 pieces, you know, say 5 minutes a piece, that time adds up on that kind of volume. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, you know, the main point of showing y'all this was not how good is Lonnie going to do on his battleground thing. It's to kind of show y'all variation listings if you haven't been exposed to them before. So, oh, my printer is not coming today. It got pushed till tomorrow. Not the seller's fault. I think UPS is so slow. They are always so friggin' slow. FedEx is okay. USPS is fast, but man, UPS drives me insane. So I'll do the printer video tomorrow. A couple of y'all asked me in my last video how I put like text on the thumbnail for videos, and there's several ways you could do it. You could actually make a thumbnail like in a photo editing software or something like that. But what I do is I use TubeBuddy for most of my thumbnails, and that it's free. They have paid versions too, but what I use is the free one. Just go to, let's see, what is it, tubebuddy.com, and then you sign up, and then you have to install this little plugin for Chrome. I think it only works in Chrome, but I'm not positive about that. Just go to their website, sign up, install it, get the free one and install it or whatever. And then I'm going to show you how I do it real quick. I have TubeBuddy installed on this browser, and I am in my, this is my eBay product demo account. I have a separate YouTube account just for eBay product demos, all this stuff here. And I'm telling you guys, eBay, like videos for eBay listings, they work. Like everything here is pretty much sold. So let's see, I'll do one for this right here. So I'm on just Video Manager, Videos. I'm gonna go to Edit for this Canon Allura camcorder. I never made a thumbnail for it. So once you install TubeBuddy into Google Chrome, you'll have this extra button that has this TB next to it, and you can click that, create thumbnail. It'll ask you what type of background you want, and then I say a still frame from the video. And then you just kind of go through your video and you figure out what's going to make a good image for your thumbnail. And in this case, I'll use like something right here. Once you find a good image for your thumbnail, there, whatever, I'll just use that. Then you can hit continue, you hit pause on your image, and then you can adjust with these two buttons here, and then you hit continue, and then you can add text. And I'll make this real simple. I'm working one-handed here. Canon Elora, and there's different sizes you can make it here. XL is good. I like red, and then I usually like, see how it says outline in white? I usually like to click on that because that makes it stand out from the background a little bit. And then I click add, and there, and then you can move it around or whatever you want to do. And boom, continue, and save and publish. Are you sure? Okay. And now that it's going to take a little while for it to update, like on your video list, but publicly it should show up immediately. No, here it is now. Look, Canon Elora, the thing I just made. That's how I do the thumbnails. That's how I add text to them. So guys, that is it. See y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.